cornering, crank the wheel, give it gas, and look at that, that's fantastic. This thing's turning. Let's talk about soft tops in the winter. Do you really need to have a hard top? And what are the differences between the soft top and the hard top in the winter? So I'm Johnny from Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, and I'm really here to help you out. I want to help you save thousands of dollars, save you time and trouble when ordering vehicles. And we just have some of the most wet snow. This is wet and very heavy snow, so we couldn't possibly have much more weight on the top of this roof. I'm going to show you, but we've got a couple 100 pounds of snow on the roof of this vehicle. I have cleared off the first half mostly, and I'm going to show you exactly what it means, what it's like living with a Bronco soft top in the winter. Now, we've got some experience because this isn't our first winter with our first Bronco. This is actually our third Bronco. Last winter we had 2 Broncos, and this is our third winter with a Bronco. So we're living our third winter with the Bronco. We lived the last winter with 2 Broncos, and that was a pretty fantastic experience where we learned a lot because, well, we've lived through some very northern snowy winters and, you know, very wet snow. As you can see, this is the heavy wet stuff. We've also driven down all the way to Florida. We've done some beach driving, a good amount of beach driving down in North Carolina. Absolutely love what you can do on the beach down there. Also had some fun on the Florida beaches. Can't drive quite as fast, but still had a good time. So I'm here to talk to you about the soft top. And this week we're also going to be talking to you about winter tires. You know, are the original tires good enough? We've had a Badlands, we've had an Outer Banks, and now we're living and loving life with the Wild Track 2023, so the Haas 3.0 suspension. Other 2 Broncos had the Haas 2.0 suspension. So if you want to learn also all about tires, please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our informative videos, because right beside me I've got an F-150 Lightning. It's actually on BF Goodrich KO2 tires, running year-round on those. We've had 1 Bronco with the BF Goodrich KO2 tires as well. Drove 2 winters with that one. And now we're running some Nokians. And, well, guess what? This is our second winter with the Nokian, and O is kind of hard for me to pronounce. Let's just read it off. The Hapa Polita, however you want to call it. Easier when you read it right off the tire. It's actually not hard to say when you read it, but I always have trouble. I'll get it right for the upcoming video. Please do comment if you like information that's kind of how to do, what to know to have a really better experience with your, whether it's a Ford Lightning that we're long-term reviewing, Bronco, which is the third time we long-term review. But let's just get right started up on the roof of this thing. Let's talk about differences. Now I'm going to show you what the roof looks like, and then we're going to go back to talking a little bit more about everything really you need to know about the hard top versus the soft top and what winter life is like with these soft here. So this is the real deal. We got those Nokian tires that we'll talk about in the next video versus the BF Goodrich that we've had on Broncos and we currently have on the Lightning. Good year-round tire. But let's talk about the year-round livability with this soft top. Now, they talk about how the Wild Track and Outer Banks, you get, you know, you can look through and you can see that you get better sound deadening materials on certain Broncos. Well, we've noticed this top is a little heavier, and the 2023 editions and on, you've got this little ribbing here. So that has been a lot better for not having water pour into the window. You have ribbing up here as well. That's good for deflecting water away from the driver who opens a window. And previously on our Badlands, that was, the Badlands actually had the lowest quality top. Now these high package Broncos have better tops. They talk about better sound deadening. Well, we can see the top seems to be a little thicker. It's kind of like, you could say 2-ply instead of 1-ply. And getting your hand in through here has now become very, very difficult. This is actually starting to hurt. So the seal on this is a lot better. So I can definitely tell you that the temperature inside the vehicle, whether you go hard top or soft top, come winter, you're not going to be disappointed. You're going to get a good seal on either of the Broncos. A few little updates that we've thrown on here, including the blow-off valve adapter, which we absolutely love. We'll have a video coming out of working on that and showing you the how-to very soon. But we're loving this new 2023 top going along with the high packages because they are thicker, they're a little heavier, and when it comes to winter temperature, the one thing that everyone asks about, yes, the winter temperature inside, when you heat up the inside of the cabin, whether you're a hard top or a soft top, it works out to the same thing. You're not going to notice a difference. We're talking about maybe in the decimal points difference. You know, even Jeep, they've got 0.5 degrees difference if you're a soft top or you're a hard top. I doubt there's any difference, or very, very little difference when it comes to the Ford Bronco, because this top is now thicker. Now you can tell that's a lot of snow up there. So let's talk about the snow and the weight on that roof, as well as the long term, you know, how long is this roof really going to last? Our experiences with salt and calcium, our experiences with trying to wash the winter guck off. Let's get to that right now. Please don't forget, do hit the thumbs up button. Please help, be kind, help us out. We're a small family business. Help us out with a share and turn on the bell notifications and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Now let's get to talking about, you know, more than just temperature. Let's talk about durability. So with the Ford Bronco, your top is going to come from factory and either be perfect or have problems. We've already had one Bronco at the dealership that the top has been switched twice. And the reason it's been switched twice is because, well, there's two soft top models just for your regular standard, you know, you could call it the Ford factory soft top. So we had ordered the wrong one. This soft top, when it's a high package, extra insulation on the vehicle. They never specify the top, but basing the fact that there's two soft tops, I'm really starting to think that this soft top is thicker. It definitely seems heavier than the Badlands soft top that we had. So a little harder to pull back because it's a little heavier. But you can tell, talking about heavy, you know, how heavy something is, this snow is really heavy. You can see there's a ton of snow on this Bronco. So we've got almost a foot of wet snow on the Bronco, and there's no risk of the top collapsing. I've heard a lot of people say that they're going to wait as long as it takes to get their hard top because, well, they're worried about the snow. They say, I'm in a northern climate, the soft top won't survive. Well, let me tell you, temperature, it passes the test. Plenty of warmth, no issues whatsoever when it comes to temperature. Now, the wind actually comes from the other side, hits the side of this Bronco, and we've never had snow inside of the Bronco like that famous one video from Alaska. That must have been some crazy winds to get the snow inside, or maybe they didn't close the top properly, because there is a latch here in the middle that you need to make sure clips. So when you've taken the top off, or even when you get your brand new Ford Bronco, it's not necessarily going to be properly clipped from the factory. So make sure that the clip here in the roughly the middle of the top, that it's clipped in. Now when you do throw the top back, like I've said, the high packages do seem heavier. In either case, these are going to be durable tops. Now, are the plastics in the windows, are they going to yellow over time? Yes. But one or two winters, you know, our last two Broncos went through 2 winters, and these windows didn't start to yellow whatsoever. But we've had Mustangs, we've had Porsche 911s, heck, our current Porsche 911 2000, of course, the plastics are completely yellowed on the top. So I do suspect that these plastics are going to yellow in 10 years. And I do expect the life expectancy, it's hard to guesstimate, but if I have to guesstimate, I'd say the durability, the long-term durability of this roof is going to be 10 to 20 years. Now, you can definitely extend the life of the roof by making some smart choices. Let's talk about springtime cleaning. You're not going to want to put a pressure washer close to this roof. If you are going to use a pressure washer, which I have done, I kept a good safe distance, and I put the jet not on 5 degrees or 0 degrees. I'll rip right through. I put it on 40 degrees. So I would never put the pressure washer on less than 25 degrees. So ideal 40 degrees. and go at about 3 feet away. Now, of course, the total pressure that your pressure washer gives off is going to dictate how close you can get. Just keep in mind, a pressure washer can cut through this material, just like a pressure washer, really, if it's strong enough, can damage your paint or your bodywork. So do keep that in mind. These tops are going to be durable if you treat them right. Now, I haven't put any treatment on mine. My other 2 Broncos went through 2 winters, and come spring, after the second winter even, we pressure washed the top and there weren't any issues whatsoever. We kept the pressure washer far away and the dirt just sprayed right off. Of course, we started from beginning, pushed it off to the back of the end. It only took a few minutes of pressure wash to get the top shiny, black, looking great again. But please don't fall for the whole, I can't have a soft top because of the northern climate, because you'll be fine. Tons of heavy snow here. We've been fine. Normally we come home Friday night and we leave Monday for work. We've had some Friday night snowstorms and we've left the snow on all weekend. It's not an issue, folks. I wouldn't leave it outside for 3 months unattended, but it's fine. Open the door, the snow's not falling in. Absolutely loving our Ford Bronco. So the next thing we want to do, sound deadening. Before we close up and talk about our next project, sound deadening, I must say that the soft top does make a little bit more noise than the hard top, except sometimes the hard top makes more noise if you haven't closed it properly. So if you don't get the seals just right, the wind is going to hit those seals where the 2 plastic pieces meet and there's a line of rubber. If you don't get that quite right, those are actually quite noisy. But I can tell you, generally, the hard top, it's not going to be as quiet as, let's say, your Lincoln Aviator. They're noisy either way. And the soft top, guess what? It's also noisy, but it's very livable. We've been down in Florida. We've driven, heck, Maddie was able to sleep as I drove 102 miles per hour. She was sleeping, and the soft top noise didn't wake her up. So that just hopefully helps you quite a bit. Now, we're all about helping our community out. So I'm Johnny from Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, and would love it if you could be kind, help us out, give us a good old thumbs up, share the video content with other people that are interested or own a Bronco. And until next time, I wish you all more cars and more power. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time where we will be reviewing tires on the Bronco. Yeah, we're going to take it to a steep hill and we're just going to give it pedal to the metal. We're going to see how the different tires perform between BF Goodrich KO2s versus the Nokians. So I look forward to seeing you there. Please comment what top you have or which top interests you for the Bronco. And please help the community out. Comment what's your favorite tire for the Ford Bronco. Both your favorite summer tire, your favorite maybe all-around tire, or your favorite winter tire. Until next time, take care.